60 years since England last lifted a World Cup trophy. 60 years of hurt, of heartbreak, of penalty shootouts that have aged fans by decades. 60 years of "this is our year" turning into "same old England." And yet, here we are again, standing on the edge of another World Cup, another chance, another reason to believe, because 2026 is different. At least, that's what they're saying. But is it? Is England genuinely capable of winning a World Cup on American soil? Or are we about to set ourselves up for the most painful disappointment in a generation? Let's find out. Why fans believe. Let's start with the optimism, because honestly, it's not hard to find. England right now have a squad that, on paper, is genuinely frightening. And I don't mean frightening for England, I mean frightening by any standard. Jude Bellingham, 22 years old and already playing like a man who has won everything. His ability to arrive late into the box, to carry the ball under pressure, to produce moments of brilliance when it matters most, he is a generational talent in the truest sense of that word. Bukayo Saka, consistent, clinical, undroppable. The kind of player who makes the right decision 90% of the time and then somehow finds a better one with the other 10. Harry Kane, the captain, the leader, the man who has spent his entire career proving people wrong and scoring goals that defy logic. At Bayern Munich, he has only gotten sharper, more clinical, more ruthless in front of goal. And then Declan Rice, the engine, the shield, the player who makes everything else possible by controlling everything that happens in the middle of the pitch before the glamour boys even touch the ball. This is not a squad built on hope. This is a squad built on genuine quality. And for the first time in a long time, England have depth too. Real depth. If someone gets injured, the replacement is not a panic buy, it's another elite Premier League performer. The generation is here. The question is whether they can deliver when it counts. Reasons for doubt. And this is where we have to be honest. Painfully, uncomfortably honest. Because England have been here before. Not with this squad, but with this feeling. The expectation, the belief, the "this time is different" energy that builds and builds until it collides with reality in the most brutal way possible. Euro 2020, Wembley, home advantage. A nation convinced it was finally coming home. You know how that ended. The problem with England is not always the players. Sometimes it's everything around the players. The media pressure that turns every training ground update into a national crisis. The fan expectations that go from realistic optimism to "we've already won it" within 48 hours of a good group stage performance. That weight is real. It gets into changing rooms. It affects decisions. It makes good players play scared when they should play free. There are also genuine tactical questions. England's fullback positions have been a concern. Their ability to break down a deep defensive block, the kind they will absolutely face against elite opposition, has been inconsistent, and in major tournaments, it's those tight, tactical, edgy knockout games that matter most, not the comfortable group stage wins. The ghost of nearly hangs over this team whether they like it or not. The competition. And then there's the field, because even if England are perfect, they still have to beat the rest of the world. Argentina, the defending champions. With Messi's era drawing to a close, this could be a transition tournament. Or it could be the moment a new generation of Argentine talent announces itself on the biggest stage. France, arguably the most dangerous squad on the planet right now. Mbappe in his prime. Dembele, Michael Olise, a team built for World Cup football with the tactical flexibility to adapt to any opponent. Spain, the reigning European champions. They just won Euro 2024, playing some of the most beautiful football the tournament has ever seen. Lamine Yamal at 18 looked like he owned the competition. They are not going away. Brazil, always Brazil. Hungry, talented, desperate to end their own long wait for a World Cup on a continent adjacent to their own. Portugal, Germany, the Netherlands. Every single one of these nations believes they can win it, and every single one of them has the quality to make that belief justified. Winning a World Cup is not just about having a great squad. It's about peaking at exactly the right moment, avoiding injuries to key players, surviving the bracket, making decisions under unimaginable pressure, and sometimes, just sometimes, being lucky. England need all of those things to go right simultaneously. The verdict. So what are England's actual odds? Realistically, they are contenders. Genuine contenders. Not dark horses hiding in the shadows.